On the new frontier, a person can be anyone they want. The newly terraformed planets of the Halcyon system offer a fresh start for colonists who made the long and dangerous journey. If you want to survive your adventure on the new planets amongst marauders, corporation agents, and fearsome creatures, you're gonna need to level up. This is where character builds come in, elevating your freshly thawed colonist to anything from a sweet-talking, gun-toting space cowboy to a corrosive, blade-wielding silent assassin. Hello and welcome back to FudgeMuppet. My name is Scott and today we're going to be taking an in-depth look at the perks and skills that make up the Outer Worlds. We'll also be diving into the key components of character builds for us and how the game is already shaping up well to facilitate this. As a quick disclaimer, the footage and skills you see in this video are from a work-in-progress build of the game and all subject to change before the game's launch on October 25th. As this video is quite specific, if you're interested in our thoughts on the game as a whole, we have a preview video up on our channel. We'll link it in the description below. Make sure to check it out to see a bunch of the gameplay from our hands-on preview. Here at FudgeMuppet, we love character builds. They've been a huge part of the channel for Skyrim and Fallout games, and we can't wait to extend our flair for character creation to the Halcyon system. We always work with role-playing chiefly in mind, exploring our characters from the armor and weapons down to the perks and attributes that power them under the hood. In the Outer Worlds, the RPG experience is not too dissimilar to classic RPGs, offering more deep stat-based options than recent Bethesda games. Where they've opted for more streamlined progression, Outer Worlds looks to return to a deeper skill system. The places you put your points impact every aspect of your character, but your companion choices also make up a part of the build due to their trees. As each has their own proficiencies, bringing different party members allows you to double down on your best skills or fill gaps in your build that don't make any sense for your character. For example, if you plan on maxing charisma and talking your way through the world, you may want to have Nyoka as a permanent member of your squad. She can assist you in your lies and offers a buff to damage against creatures that won't pause their attacks for you to charm them. Once we know of all the companions, we'll have a better idea of how they fit player character archetypes best, but from what we've seen, we expect to see a good variety of choice. Before we get into the core perks, we should touch on weapons and armor. So far, we know that weapons will fall into one of 5 categories. For melee, you'll have one- or two-handed weapons, and for ranged, you'll have handguns, long guns, and heavy weapons. From our time with the game, these 5 categories encompass a large variety of weapons within them. Long guns, for example, include shotguns, sniper rifles, assault rifles, and science-based plasma rifles. As for armor, there are no skills associated with them directly, despite being broken into light, medium, and heavy categories. Many do, however, offer benefits to the skills, such as armor with bonuses to block or to stealth while wearing that piece. The core of the character build is presented to you on the character screen. Here you'll see your character at a glance with skills and perks feeding on from your core attribute scores. It's a great point to get a feel for where you're at with your character as a whole. Attributes are the foundational points your character has, setting them up for the leveling journey you're about to go on. These are broken into body, mind, and personality. Body is broken up into strength and dexterity, with strength affecting one-handed melee, two-handed melee, heavy weapons, block, inspiration, and intimidate. The higher it's ranked, the more you'll be able to carry, and you'll receive a flat bonus to melee damage. Dexterity affects one-handed melee, handguns, dodge, block, sneak, and lockpick. It allows for faster melee weapon attacks and faster reloads for ranged weapons. Next is mind, covering your character's base intelligence and perception. The intelligence attribute affects long guns, persuade, hack, medical, science, and determination, also offering greater damage on successful critical hits. It's coupled with perception, affecting handguns, long guns, heavy weapons, dodge, lockpick, and engineering. Perception gives you bonus damage to headshot and weak point damage multipliers, rewarding precise shots and strategic combat. Last is personality, bringing together the 2 attributes charm and temperament. Charm affects persuade, lie, intimidate, hack, science, and inspiration. A good rating here offers faster companion ability refresh, increased chance for positive reactions with factions, and a reduced chance for negative reactions from faction interactions. Lastly, temperament affects two-handed melee, lie, sneak, medical, engineering, and determination, increasing your health regeneration speed. But these are only the tip of the iceberg. Rounding out your foundational character work is the Aptitude, a small backstory chosen for your character that offers bonuses to skills. There will likely be a heap to choose from, matching up with the variety of skills you can invest in. To illustrate the nature of Aptitudes, the character we played was given medical technician, junior grade, increasing their medical skill due to their history as a skilled surgeon back on Earth. These are great ways to give your character a story to go with their build, helping form the basis of why they are the way they play. Now to the part a lot of you are here for, the skills. Every time you level up, it seems that you're treated to 10 points to sink into your skills, each with an individual score from 1 to 100 and titled Novice to Master. To begin with though, the 18 specialized skills are grouped into core skills. Elevating a core skill will bump up all specialized skills within it until it hits 50, and then you can invest in that directly in order to boost it to Adept, Expert, and Master level. In the interest of time, we won't be going through every individual tree of the 18 specialized skills, but we'll show them on screen while we discuss each. You'll also notice that some skills have a number in brackets next to the base number. This is the adjusted skills, taking into account any current party bonuses or equipped item bonuses. Melee covers both one-handed and two-handed melee. Across the board, they greatly power up the melee abilities of your character, offering critical chance, different area hit effects during time dilation, and chances to stun. It'll be important for players who wish to use hammers, scythes, and plasma blades to reach a competent level in melee fast. The ability to cripple, maim, or blind enemies with tactical time dilation opens up a ton of room for a melee-based character to control the battlefield in a distinctive way. If 6 shooters are more your thing, ranged is a skill that you're going to want to invest in. For handguns, long guns, and heavy weapons, you'll gain armor penetration and critical chance, with Master level granting the ability to ignore 100% of an enemy's armor. In our time with the game, we found that armored enemies can mess up a battle plan in no time, and it's likely the more you play, the more these enemies will arise. Having the ability to blast through the toughest foes like butter seems like an excellent option for a sniper character or a shooter looking to dominate their foes. Defense covers your character's ability to avoid damage with both block and dodge. These two skills work to empower the armor rating of your character and the ability to beat our foes in blade-to-blade combat. The options to stagger, weaken foes, and even move faster while blocking open up a path for a duelist-type character, maximizing light armor and swift strikes in combat. It's nice to see options for playstyles like this with meaningful skills to invest in, especially combined with other melee skills. With some of the swords available, there are a lot of cool potential builds, wielding blades laced with fire or corrupting damage. If you prefer to navigate conversations with wit rather than blade, the dialogue core skill has you covered. Encompassing persuade, lie, and intimidate, these individual skills will help you both in and out of combat. The points put into characters' dialogue will affect how they can lie or charm their way through a conversation, but the base skill trees offer exterior bonuses. Persuade can make humans cower in fear, lie has a chance to make auto-mechanicals attack their allies, and intimidate can lead creatures to flee in fear after one of the other creatures die. It's great to see that investing in dialogue manifests in a more rounded way in your character, their actions reflecting the words they speak. Stealth encompasses the sneak, hack, and lockpick skills. Skullduggery is an important part of the space's repertoire, making any skill points invested there a good choice. Sneaking allows for pickpocketing and sneak attacks, rounding out the kit of a fast and quiet-bladed warrior. Hacking and lockpicking will make moving through restricted areas of the corporate space a breeze, with one skill that lets you preview locked containers before opening them being particularly interesting. Having the foresight to know if breaking into a safe is really worth it seems invaluable, especially if you're running low on mag picks. In wild space, the health of your character is only as good as their tech skills. Knowledge of medicine, science, and engineering will ensure any budding explorer is best equipped for their adventures. Engineering is all about improving your weapons and armor, ensuring they're working at optimal potential. Add science into the mix and you'll find the game's more absurd items called science weapons. They will deliver potent payloads of shock and radiation. We got a taste of some weapons that take advantage of these skills in our preview and earlier videos, but we can't wait to see the crazy items that are in the final product. Lastly, leadership rounds out the core skills. This one has really engaging potential for characters who come to rely on their crew as more than just a rogues gallery on exploration missions. Inspiration will make the companions you bring with you more effective, boosting the benefits they offer the party even further. It emboldens the groups when you fight together and really pulls together the idea that you're not alone in this universe if you choose to play that way. The skill options we've just covered should give you a lot to think about when considering the way you'll be playing, and we already have some interesting builds in mind to explore. Perks are the final variety to ensure your character works just the way you want. The first two tiers of perks are less out there for the most part and offer you ways to fill gaps in your attributes or build on the base you've created. The third tier does contain some of the more zany abilities many have come to love in other RPGs. We've noticed the expected variety of stat increases, vendor discounts, or stock boosts, carrying capacity for you and your companions, and ability cooldowns. There are also more interesting abilities like lifesteal from kills. There's a few we'd pull out as unique for character builds that change the game. Characters looking to traverse the world solo need to grab Lone Wolf to boost their damage while traversing alone. Snipers might want to grab Confidence, which guarantees a critical hit on your next shot when killing an enemy. Each tier takes 5 unlocked perks in the previous tier to become available. As you unlock a perk point for every even level you reach, most players will begin to have their choice of tier 3's more defining perks from level 20. That is, unless they pick up a few flaws on their journey, accelerating the process. The final part of the character is flaws. This mechanic is one of the most interesting ones that Obsidian have brought to the table for character roleplay. If you're not familiar with the system, it's basically a hard choice that benefits your character with extra perk points while giving them a permanent debuff directly tied to the way you've played your character. If you find yourself taking a lot of damage from a certain creature, you may be offered a flaw that will affect your stats when fighting them, but allow you to flesh out the diversity of your perks as a result. It'll be interesting to see how drastically some of the debuffs will affect the characters we make, and it might even be fun to seek them out in order to empower a character build in the future. It really feels like Obsidian are delivering on their goals of player choice first. The system of character builds is in many ways familiar, but the addition of flaws and unique perks offers a positive iteration on the formula. Over our playtime, we came across plenty of opportunities where multiple skill checks were offered to us, and it was fun to see where the paths led, choosing Intimidate over Lie or Stealth over Combat. We've been asking for a new deep, player-driven RPG for so long, and it looks like we're being served up an experience with the potential for some truly exciting and zany character builds. We can't wait to get stuck into the wilds of the Halcyon system to cook up new characters and builds to share with you all. There you have it, guys, a detailed look at how role-playing builds will work in the Outer Worlds. Keep an eye on the channel for Outer Worlds builds, lore, and more when it releases on PS4, Xbox One, and PC via the Xbox Game Pass or Epic Games Store, October 25th. My name is Scott, thanks so much for watching, and please do let us know if you have any further questions about our time with the Outer Worlds in the comments below. I'll be back to nerd out with you again very, very soon.